here again to the DA. All right, check this out. Do you know how you can tell that somebody is entitled, that somebody is an insufferable brat? Do you know how you can tell? It's when you try to give that individual, whoever it is, male, female, it doesn't matter. You try to give them some feedback. Say, hey, yo, you doing things bad right now. You in the wrong way. You might want to check yourself before you wreck yourself. When you try to give them that kind of information and say, peel back a little bit, come down off your high horse, and look at this thing from a broader view. When you try to give them that feedback, they get defensive. Instead of trying to do better, they get defensive. They got their dukes up. No, you ain't gonna say that about me. And next thing you know, they throwing barbs and jabs at you, and they're trying to blame you for all of the problems out there, pointing the fingers. That's what happens. They start pointing fingers at other people and getting super defensive. And that's what you got right now with Rachel Zegler. As you can see, this is on Bounded in the comics. The Hunger Games actress Rachel Zegler plays victim, claims she only received backlash for being outspoken. Oh yeah, I'm just being outspoken, folks. I'm just being outspoken. I'm not being disrespectful to the company, to the legacy of Snow White, the character that I'm playing in live action, disrespectful to all the fans of Snow White. No, I'm not doing that at all. Who does it sound like? It sounds exactly like Brie Larson and all the nonsense that she was saying. They don't see themselves as the problem. Pretty soon, she's going to be checking out. Oh, I'm done playing these big roles. I'm going down to smaller roles. Well, you've been a box office flop from day one. Every film that she's been in, it's only been 2. It's been a flop. The next one's coming up with just this Hunger Games film. This one's going to be a flop. And then following that one, we got another flop on the way with Snow White. But let's hear what she had to say about being quote-unquote outspoken. Actress Rachel Zegler, who plays Lucy Gray Baird in the upcoming Hunger Games Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, recently addressed the backlash she's received for her comments about Snow White, as well as her defamation of actors Jeremy Renner and Gina Carano. Yeah, let's not forget that she was out here talking shit about other actors too, and trying to ruin their careers, especially Gina Carano. She was out here just attacking Gina. Yeah, but no, I'm just outspoken. That's all it is. It's a bunch of bullshit. The Wrap listed Zegler as one of their trailblazers for their Latino Power List 2023. As a part of her entry, Zegler informed the outlet, "It's an honor to be recognized in a way that both celebrates our heritage and lifts up the contributions we all make to this industry, where it can be particularly hard for us to be seen and heard in a meaningful way." Yeah, she's here. Here's the victim stuff starting, okay? Oh, it's hard for us to be out there, okay? It's hard out there for a Latino to be, heard and seen in a meaningful way. Tons of Latinos in the industry. And look, there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I want to be seen and I want to be heard. But, in a meaningful way, that's by your talent. Your talent will get you over. If you got talent, you can't be canceled. If you got talent and you're good at what you do, you'll be just fine. Look at J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling is out there just saying whatever she is that she wants to say. She's getting attacked left, right, and center, and she stands on the square and she don't make excuses. And she's not crying and saying, it's so hard out here for a woman to be taken seriously. She's not saying none of that crap. All she's doing is just doing what she do. Write good books. That's it. And when you do that kind of stuff, you'll be just fine. And when you're not successful, like this chick, Rachel Zegler, not being successful at all with what it is that she's doing, which is acting. Yeah, she's showing up in movies, but how are these movies doing? Flop. And there's another flop on the way. And here it is. She's just going to start making excuses for what's going on. She continued, "I still don't think I am quite ready for the life I already have." You're not ready at all. Because again, you can't take the feedback and the criticism for your own comments. No accountability. You want to point the fingers at other people. That's the problem right there, Rach. Despite being extremely grateful for it and for every opportunity it has brought me, it doesn't seem grateful at all. Zegler then shared some advice to those seeking to become actors in Hollywood. To young Latino performers coming up in the industry, I would tell them to know their worth and make sure they're loud about having seats at the table they deserve to be at. You see this type of language, okay? Deserve. Deserve's got nothing to do with it. If you are good, you will be on. You will be fine. There's not going to be any reason to be loud. If you're good at what you do, you don't need to be loud. All you need to do is go and do what you do, and you'll be just fine. But see, the thing about it is, Rachel, listen, I've only seen her in Shazam. I haven't watched West Side Story. Her acting in Shazam was And that might have been the best acting job she's ever done or the worst. I don't know. We got to see more. But the reason that you're loud is because you're starting to feel the heat. People ain't feeling what you putting down, Rach. Your acting may not be able to carry you over in Hollywood. So now you're going to have to be loud. Or I'm going to have to scream and use what? Use my race, okay? I'm going to have to use my race. I'm going to have to use my gender. I'm going to have to use all of these other things to deflect any kind of criticism that's coming my way. No. They ain't mad at me because I'm being disrespectful to the legacy of Walt Disney, to the legacy of Snow White, because I'm out here attacking actors in public on social media. That's not the reason. It's because I'm Latina. Oh, it's because I'm a woman. And I'm not, they don't like that. They don't like when Latino women speak up, which is bullshit. Nobody cares about your race. Say it is, whatever it is you got to say. But again, don't be disrespectful to where you coming from or where your character came from. That's the problem with Rachel. Finally, she addressed the backlash she's received while positioning herself as a victim. I have learned the hard way that we have to be fearless and loud in order to be heard and to prepare for the backlash that occasionally comes with that outspokenness. This is just absolute trash. We have been covering Rachel Zegler. I probably have done half a dozen videos, maybe even more. I don't even know at this point how many videos I've done on Rachel Zegler and all of the commentary that she put out there in the atmosphere on her own. Okay. I still don't understand how Disney allowed that stuff to escape D23. It was like over a year ago that she said those comments, and they just kind of bubbled back to the surface during the summer. I don't know how Disney allowed that shit to get loose. I would have been like, what did she say? Oh my God, pull the plug on this stuff. I mean, again, she's been nothing but an entitled, insufferable asshole this entire time. You can't behave like a jackass and think that everything is going to be all right with the community of film fans, Snow White fans, you name it, Disney fans, it doesn't matter. So I don't understand what Rachel is talking about. She's talking about, I'm just outspoken. No, you're an asshole. Take the feedback. Stop being an asshole. That's what you should be taking away from this. Instead of trying to be super defensive. Oh, it's backlash because of my outspokenness. They don't want women to say and speak. They want us to be under the table and quiet. That's not true. I can speak as a male and say, I want to hear all voices as long as you have a point. Now, if you're just out there, man, I don't want to hear you. Of course not. I don't want to hear that shit. But if you got something to say, if you are making a point, then make the point. Again, with all respect, there was a way, I'm going to be honest with you. There was a way that Rachel Zegler could have said everything that she was trying to say in regards to Snow White in a more respectful manner. Always paying homage to the original, saying, you know what, the original is a classic. I'm so honored, okay, to be a part of this original amazing fairy tale. And I hope that I am able to do it justice. We have made some small changes to it. And I hope that the fans will understand that we're just trying to do this and that or whatever it is that they're trying to do. A lot of us wouldn't have accepted it because it's ideology, and ideology will fail each and every time. But you could have still been respectful to the original. And that's the biggest problem that I have with it, and a lot of other people have with it. On top of the fact that you are changing everything, she's not going to be saved by the prince. We're going to push feminism all through Snow White, a classic fairy tale. There's a reason that these classic fairy tales are classics, because they, hearken us back to the tried and the true. To the classic stories that connect all of us together as human beings. Like I said in the previous video, you can show Snow White to any culture, anywhere across the world. People will flock to it. Oh, this is an amazing story. We love it. Love, friendship, all of that stuff, good versus evil. Like all of those classic themes, they resonate throughout. All of this feminism, girl boss stuff is here today and gone tomorrow. And you're using Snow White as a vehicle to push all of that. That's bullshit. But even with that being said, she still could have said it in a respectful manner, and she didn't. And that's the problem that people have with Rachel Zegler. A Zegler who will play Snow White in an upcoming live-action film from the Walt Disney Company became infamous after numerous comments resurfaced of her deriding the original animated Disney film. This is the thing, man. This is the OG Disney film. The very first one. Disney, Walt Disney, the man himself, put everything on the line for this film because he believed in this story that much. And she's just out here shitting on it and saying, this was made back in 1937. This is 85 years old. This ain't got nothing to do with us today. The prince is a stalker in this film. Did you know the prince was a stalker? She ain't being saved by the prince. She's a strong woman. And there's all of the stuff that, again, you can put all of that ideology in there if you want to, but it's going to fail. And a lot of people were like, she's disrespecting the original classic. I can't believe we're hearing this from the actress playing Snow White. You would think the evil queen would come out saying some shit like that, right? This is Snow White saying this crap, and this is how she's behaving. Unbelievable. And she's still doubling down. No. The backlash is not due to none of this stuff, okay? Me out here just talking shit about the original. No, that's not what the backlash is for. It's because I'm outspoken. Again, you can be outspoken and respectful. And I'm always say that. You can be outspoken, but you can also be respectful. You're disrespectful. And that's the biggest issue that a lot of people have. You know, the comments that she was making during the actor strike.
If I'm going to stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online.
The absolute brash assholery coming out of her mouth. You know, again, there's a way to say things. She don't understand that yet. She's only 22. She's a kid. She don't understand it. People are pointing it out to you and saying, hey, slow your roll, chick. You ain't all that like that. You know, there's a lot of people that are on that same set that are like, yo, man, we have a lot of work to do. We're doing a lot of hard work. They're not sitting up here, I deserve to be paid for every... Nah, man, come on. That is just unmitigated, insufferable entitlement. Nobody's got time for that. I don't care who you are. That comes off bad. And again, like I said before, Halle Bailey, full of the ideology. She was pumping, oh, the little girls get to see themselves. She was pumping all of that into the atmosphere. But like I said on the last video, Halle Bailey still, regardless of whatever ideology she was pumping out there, she understood, I got to conduct myself like a princess. This chick is doubling down, tripling down on the ideology. On top of the fact she's making excuses, she got her defenses up. Again, it's not going to end well. I don't see this career lasting very long with this kind of attitude. But you know how this stuff goes. Eventually, she will be humbled. Probably by the fourth box office flop, when this Snow White film flops on its ass, she's probably going to be like, you know what? Maybe I need to start talking differently. You know, that's how it always works, right? They finally wake up to the reality. Oh, I've been an asshole this entire time. People start playing it back. Hey, man, look at what you said right here. Yeah, listen to the tone of your voice. You know, a PR person would probably be able to come in there and clean this stuff up. But no, recent comments, she still hasn't figured this thing out. She still don't understand it. She thinks that she's just being outspoken. And yeah, it'll come back to her eventually and she'll figure this thing out. But you guys let me know what you think. I just find all of this amazing, that this is how this chick still is. I can't imagine what she would be saying if the actor strike wasn't going on right now and she actually had to stand in front of some microphones and get interviewed by people and saying, what do you have to say about that? And they putting a microphone in her face. God only knows what she would be saying. She would just be digging and digging her grave deeper and deeper and deeper. And hey, I'm all here for it, okay? But I mean, I think this chick is just absolutely destroying her career and she's just pissing everybody off in the process. But you guys let me know what you think. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. Thanks for watching. See you next time.